Hi, Karan. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
All great. So, set
So,
for today's setting.
yep, all set.
Yeah, great. Devang will log in short time. I think Sripat Bhatt is there.
Yep,
So, let's hope people will start joining right now. So, that's all. We are three of us at the moment, right?
yep. There are three of us.
Okay, fine. Done. Great. So, anyway, continue with whatever you're doing.
Yep, yep.
I'll have my break first.
Sure, sure.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Karan, do you have anybody along with you who will be managing as a co-host, or because once you'll start,
Right.
then you will have to admit people. So you'll be able to manage that, or should I do that?
I could manage it.
No problem, na?
No problem.
Fine. So any
Yep.
support you want, just let me know.
Absolutely. Yep.
Sure. Okay.
ಲುಕ್ಕರ್ಸ್ದು ಅದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ 4 ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಯಾರು ತಗೊಂತಾರೆ 2 ಲಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಆರೋನೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರೇ ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬೈಯರ್ ಇವ್ರು ಬೈಯರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 2 lakhs ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಆ ಥರ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬಂತಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಗ ಗುಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಹತ್ರ. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ ಲೂಕಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಲೂಕಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಗೆ ಲೂಕಸ್ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ನಂಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
So, are you from Karnataka?
आप लॉग इन हो?
Hello.
You're saying something, Karan? Yeah, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I was asking him. Is he from Karnataka? I could hear.
Hello. ஸ்பீக்கர் தான் கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கேன். ஹலோ, கேக்குதா? எங்க ஹலோ, கேக்கல? கேக்குதா? நீங்க சொன்னது கேக்கல. நீங்க அதை அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. அன்மியூட் பண்ணாதான் கேட்கும். கீழே 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 மாமா, இங்க வாங்க கீழே. ஆ ஓகே, நவ் இட்ஸ் ஓகே. Everyone we would start by 11. மெசேஜ் போட்டுருக்காங்க. அவர் மெசேஜ் போட்டிருக்காரு பாத்தீங்களா? we would start by 11 o'clock அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு.
சார் வணக்கங்க. நான் லக்ஷ்மி பிரியா, அவினாஷ் லிங்கம் பிரிண்டிங் டெக்னாலஜியோட ஹெச்ஓடிங்க, கோயம்புத்தூர்ல. கேக்குதுங்களா? Good morning, everybody. This is Lakshmi Priya. I head the Department of Printing Technology at Avinash Lingam University, Coimbatore.
Welcome, madam.
Thank you for, yeah, hi. Thank you for giving me the invite.
Most welcome.
It's a pleasure to be a part of this group.
Yeah, same here. By you being here, it's a pleasure for us also. Thank you.
We've bought a screen printing machine recently, and Sripada ji knows about that as well. He initiated and he helped us in purchasing the screen printing unit.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations for that.
But then we quickly entered into lockdown, and so we haven't done much onto it. We are ready to explore how to work in it in a full-fledged manner.
Surely.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶಾಯಿಗೇನು ಮಂಡೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಕಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಯು ಕೀಪ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಟ್ರೈ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀ ಕೊಡ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಡ. ನಾವು ಲೇಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಇದಲ್ವಾ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮೈ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಟೂ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Friends, I request you to mute yourselves. We'll be starting in a few seconds now. So let me welcome Mr. Karan. He's a digital expert, and as you can see, we have given an introduction about him of what he is, and we are also looking forward to have something on the future of the digital marketing here. So let us not waste time, and may I ask Karan to please take on from here. Karan, please. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yep. First off, thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure talking to you all, and thank you again for inviting. So I want to start with a question. Am I clear? Is the audio clear for everybody?
Yeah,
It's
clear.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Awesome. Pretty cool. So
Yeah, clear.
I want to start with a question first. What is the number one challenge that you're facing at this point in the post-coronavirus period in your business? Is it lead generation? Is it converting the leads? Because there's a lot that we could talk about as far as growing your business is concerned with digital marketing. But I want to understand from you all, what is the challenge that you're facing at this point?
Yeah, hi. This is Udupa. I'm the joint MD of Pimbi Transfer.
Hi.
Yeah, we had problem in the beginning when we reopened in the March or April. We're
Right.
thinking of Europe is closed and where to acquire the order. But later on, we turned into an opportunity because of lot of industry facing, particularly in northern part of India. I don't want to mention the place.
Right.
So we have the workforce near to our factory and all. In fact, we are doing continuously trying with that. We are doing better than what it was used to be, what we thought of. The
Right.
only problem maybe is to some extent we're facing labor problem.
Okay.
Labor, because we don't allow them to travel by bus or anything. There is a restriction who can come by bike with their own vehicle or walkable distance within the factory we are allowing because of the pandemic. Apart from that, there are a lot of positive in this thing rather than negative. I would say that because cost control, labor control, and improving the productivity when you have to. We will try a lot of version when you have less labor, how we can make it better than with the low workforce, I think.
Pretty cool. I think that's a really good point. That's what I've heard from a lot of business owners,
Yeah.
that they've actually benefited with the lockdown
I'm
and
surprised to
because of
see that
coronavirus.
result.
True.
Yeah, it's quite surprising.
Surprising, but this is what has pushed a lot of entrepreneurs to test out new things that they did not think possible. So today I want to share some framework with you all on how you could further scale your businesses using the digital media. So when I myself run a lot of businesses. I have a digital marketing agency. I'm into e-commerce, and I have a couple of other B2B companies. So when I look at a business, for me, I look at a business from 3 points. Right. The first is, in a business, to grow it, I always need to get new customers. That's the lifeblood of a business. I always want to expand, get new customers for myself. Number two, all the customers that are coming in, I want to make sure that there's a repeat purchase. Right? If I get a new customer or a new client, but if they're not coming back and reordering, I'll have to go find a new customer again to keep my business open and keep it growing. But that's difficult to do because it's 6 times expensive to get a new customers, because I'll have to spend money in marketing, advertising, sales, and closing and all that. But if I have a customer who's purchased from me once, it's easier to convince that person to come back and buy back from me if they have trust, if my product quality is great. Right. So the second thing I want to focus on is, how can I make sure there's repeat purchase? In the technical language, we call this customer lifetime value. So if somebody is buying from you once, how long will they keep buying from you again and again? And as a business owner, as a marketer, our job is to make sure that people, our existing customers, stick around for a long time, because that'll help us save more money. Because if somebody is sticking around and buying from me again and again, I don't have to send my sales force to go to that person, meet that person, close that person,
Yeah,
convert that
key.
person.
Particularly in our type of business, that is the key.
Right. And number three, I want to focus on is, how do I increase the transaction size? Right, with each purchase, when they're buying something, what else can I offer them? Because when somebody is buying one thing, there's a high chance that they'll buy 2, 3, 4 other things. Right? I'll give you a very common example, which is easier for all of us to understand. When we go to McDonald's, when we buy a burger, we end up buying a Coke, we buy fries, we buy this, because McDonald's understands that when somebody is buying something, they're way likelier to buy other products. If you go to a supermarket, D-Mart or some other place, at the checkout counter, they have all these products that we won't think twice to pick, like Cadbury, like chewing gum. We'll keep adding those, but that increases the transaction value. Right? When you buy a car, they'll ask you to buy added warranty. They'll give you insurance. They'll give you accessories. So those are ways to increase the transaction value. So as business owners, we want to focus on 3 things. One is, how do we get new customers? Number 2, how do we make sure there's more repeat purchase? How do we retain the clients so that our competitors don't take the clients away? And number 3, how do we increase that transaction size? Right. So now, from a digital perspective, how do you get new customers? How do you generate more leads? Right. So I'm sure all of you must have an active lead generation process in your business. Because when we consult a lot of businesses, the number one mistake that I see a lot of businesses make is that they don't have an active lead generation process. Like, I'm sure you have a system to for your business, right? When you sell the machine, you have a certain system, you have certain processes in your businesses. But how many of you actually have a lead generation process in your business where you're actively generating leads every single month? Awesome. I have one person saying yes. Pretty good. What about the other people? Do you have active lead generation process? Can you for sure say that, okay, this month I'll get 100 leads, this month I'm getting 200 leads? So is there a system, is there a process in your business through which you're getting leads every single month? Or is it just...
I would also like to join the conversation.
Yes,
although I am into education,
right.
I think we have to look into lead generation and other issues for even admissions. So our admissions are poor, and that's one reason why I joined this. So lead generation process we do not have. So for academic institutions also, can you give me some points?
Right. So the process is applicable for academic institution, because I also run a digital education company, and every single month we have a process through which we are generating new leads through Facebook advertising, through Google advertising. So I know for a fact that if I spend 1 lakh rupee a month, I am going to get 2,000 leads. And then I know that from those 2,000 leads that I get each month, I have a process to convert those leads, and I'm going to turn at least 50 of them into customers, right? So from a business perspective, the first thing that we all should be focusing on is having a lead generation process, right? And when I say lead generation, you're basically looking at acquiring the name, email ID, and phone number of people who may be interested in your products, services, courses, right? So that's what we are looking at. So how do we do it on a digital platform for your businesses? So now for your businesses, which are primarily B2B, there are a lot of great avenues through which you can generate leads actively each month. And one could be LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great platform, especially if you're looking at clients overseas. I actively use LinkedIn for our B2B business. And there's a really good tool. And the name of the tool is called Scrabin. I'll just share my screen. I'll show you how to use the tool. Just one sec, I'll share the screen. I think you should be able to see my screen now. You should be able to see Google Chrome.
Yeah.
And if you see here, this on the Chrome tab, there's an extension which is called as scrab.in, this one. So this is called scrab.in, and the website is scrab.in. That's the website. So when you go to this tool, what this tool would basically do is when you go to LinkedIn, and now if I go to my LinkedIn account here, and there's another tool right next to it, which is Reply, and the tool is called as reply.io. That's the website. So if you see here, now when I am on my LinkedIn account, I would go and search for my potential customers. So let's say I want to search for CEOs of real estate companies, right? So I go to LinkedIn, on the LinkedIn search bar, I type CEOs, and then I click on all filters, and then I scroll down, and then I would look at industries, and then I type real estate. Right, so whatever your potential customer, whatever industry you want to target, you just come here, type that, and then you can also select from which country, which region are you looking at. So let's say I'm looking at this real estate CEOs from the United States. So then I click on apply. Now, if you see, what LinkedIn will do is it'll give me a list of all the people who match my criteria, which is CEOs of real estate companies in the United States. Now, when I click on the tool, which is reply.io, you see on the right, it'll give me an option to find emails, right? So if I just click on find emails, it'll automatically start searching for their email addresses, right? So all I need to do is keep scrolling down, go to the next page, and the tool will start doing the search, and I'll automatically get their email IDs. Now with the tool, I won't get the email IDs of everybody, but I'll at least get email IDs of about 40-50% of my leads on LinkedIn, which is really, really awesome. So this is one way. If you see, we have this one lead, they found the email ID. So they'll continue the search, and all you need to do is keep going to the next page, keep going to the next page. And this is one way how you could build a prospecting network, right? So there are a lot of different ways, a lot of different tools that you can tap into on different platforms to generate active data of your potential customers. Now, this is just one way. Just like this tool is primarily for LinkedIn. Then we have tools which are specifically for, Google, for Facebook, for Just Style, for India Mart. So you'll find all those tools, right? So that's one way of actively generating leads. Because, for example, if you can generate about 3,000 leads a month, and even if your conversion is bad, let's say you do not have a good sales process, you do not have a good follow-up process, even in the worst case scenario, if you're just, reaching out to these potential customers, worst case scenario, there's at least 1% conversion, right? So out of 3,000, if I end up getting 30 new clients a month, that's really awesome, right? So the first thing I always want to do is I want to make sure that, I am actively generating new leads each month. My goal should be to generate at least about 1,000 leads a month, right? That's the basic goal. And a business to a larger extent works on maths, right? It's a numbers game. If you're generating X number of leads, if your conversion is X percentage, then, every single month you're going to get so many new customers, right? So that's the first thing. You want to make sure that you have an active lead generation process, which could be using LinkedIn tools like this. If you're using India Mart, if you're using Trade India, if you're using Just Dial, whatever other platforms, Facebook, Google, right? YouTube. So you want to make it a point that, you're actively generating leads, getting the name, email IDs, and phone numbers of your potential customers. That's number one. Now, the big mistake that most businesses do is that they do not have a good sales and follow-up process, So how many of you have a sales team, a good defined sales process with scripts, objection handling script? So how many of you have that in your business?
We have a sales team, but it is not like what you said, going around the customer and getting the order.
Right. So
Not
it's
more than that.
not more than that. So, right. So
We,
that's one big thing that most businesses lack is either they have a sales team, but the process is not defined. And when majority of the leads that you're generating goes to your sales staff members, most likely they'll say a person did not answer the phone, or they said not interested, and then we just leave those leads as it is, which is a mistake, because a lot of times the salespeople are not well trained to actually convert those leads. So the first thing you need to be doing when you generate the leads, which is a name, email ID, and phone number, is to set an email automation process. Right, email is one of the highest converters. At least about 60% of your business could grow dramatically if you have a good email marketing system. And when I'm talking about email marketing, I'm not talking about those typical sales email. Hi, first name, hi sir, we have XYZ product, we can offer you good rates, our quality is great, if you want to do business, call us on this number. No, those emails don't convert anymore, because if you are sending that kind of an email, imagine that person must be getting thousands of emails like that from your competitors, from other brands who are selling different products to that person. So when I get an email like that, all I'll do is mark spam or delete that email, right? Because it's just direct selling without me knowing you, without me knowing your brand. So you need a better structured system of email marketing, which can, and the system can be on automation, so that you don't have to manually sit and send out the emails. So the first thing you need to do when you are generating leads is divide the data. I'm sure a lot of you must be getting incoming calls, incoming inquiries of leads who ask for your products and your services, but then there's no defined process. You just probably hand it over to your sales team, you follow up with them, and then sometimes they buy from you. Some leads don't buy from you because they're asking you for a quotation, they're asking your competitors for a quotation, and possibly whoever gives the highest discount, the lead goes to that business, right? So what you typically want to do is, number one, segment your data, all the leads that you have, into three categories. So the first category is cold lead. So cold lead is somebody that you have the data for, but just one second. Yep, sorry, one sec. I just lost my screen. Sorry. Yep. So cold lead is somebody that you have the data for, but doesn't really know your brand, doesn't really trust your brand, hasn't really shown interest in your brand. Then we have people who are warm leads, people who actually ask you for a quotation, ask you for a proposal, but then again they haven't really moved ahead after getting the proposal. Your sales team is probably calling them, following up with them, but they haven't really converted. And then finally we have the hot leads. So hot leads are the one who are like really interested in buying from you. They're almost there, they're probably they've even committed to make the payment, but they still haven't paid. It's just one or two follow-ups that you need with them and they might convert, right? So we have three segments of customers in our business. So what do we need to do with all of these? We need to have a different set of email marketing for all these customers, so that when your salespeople speak to these leads, cold leads, warm leads, and hot leads, it helps your salespeople. Right now, what most businesses do is they possibly generate leads. They actively, either buy databases, but the problem is you just hand over the data to your salespeople expecting them to convert the leads, which is almost difficult for a non-trained salesperson to convert a cold lead into your customer, right? You're just putting a lot of pressure and depending on your salespeople to do a good job. But if you can build an email automation where you're constantly sending out emails to your leads, the email should do the converting for your salespeople, and your salespeople should only be doing the objection handling. So I'll quickly share a document with you all so that you get more sense of what needs to be done with this. So let me open up the document. All right, so I think you should be able to see this document here. So what we typically want to do with the cold leads for email marketing to the cold leads is, we want to talk to them about the benefits of buying your products, right? Because cold leads are people who maybe want to get started in the screen printing industry. They want to set up their own business and buy your products, but they're still not sure. And they're probably thinking, should I not? Is it a good business? So for cold leads, your email marketing should be about the benefits. What are the opportunities in the industry? Right? What are the benefits of if they actually buy your product? What could be the advantage? How good is the industry? How big is the earning potential? So those are the kind of emails that you should be sending out to your cold leads. And as far as possible, you would also want to leverage YouTube, and you would want to make videos about these topics, right? The benefits of getting started in the industry. What are the opportunities for your potential customers? What is the earning opportunity, so that you can educate your customers? And apart from email, once you get their data, you can also send these videos to them on WhatsApp. I'll give you an example of one of the clients that we have. They're in the B2B space, and they sell water manufacturing plant. So this company is in Surat. So let me quickly share the YouTube video. All right, I'll quickly share the screen. I'll share how we've done the marketing for them. All right, so let me open up YouTube. So the company is Dharmanandar Techno Project Private Limited. If you see, we've created videos for them. This is their director. So these are mainly educational videos where he's explaining to the potential customer who's looking at buying their water mineral plant machine that what is the land requirement to set up a mineral water plant, right? What is the costing? What is the pricing like? And how can you set it up? How can you make profits from it? So if you see, these videos are getting a lot of views, and most importantly, they were first operating in the local market. They were majorly operating in the Gujarat market, the Maharashtra market, and the South market, but they did not have a lot of international customers. They were trying to go international, but once they created these videos, and we helped them add the right keywords, so they're ranking at the top for a lot of these keywords. So whenever somebody searches for what is the land requirement for mineral water, so their video comes at the top. So a lot of international people in South Africa, people in I think they have customers now from Bangladesh, Africa, and a lot of other, I think 7 countries in total. So when they search for the videos, their video ranked at the top, and when they watched it, they are now getting international business. So now they are, I think, operating in 7 different countries, only because they have the right content and the right videos, which are educational videos for the customer, right? If somebody sitting in South Africa was searching for, to start a mineral water plant, and if they did not have a video, most likely, he would have never thought of buying from them in Surat. They have their factory, the head office in Surat. So somebody in South Africa would never think of buying a machine from Surat unless, he came across some sort of a content, some sort of an email, which helped him understand the benefit of setting up the water plant. How is buying from them different? Because this is more of educational selling, where you're educating your customer. And when you educate your customers, they're more likelier to buy from you because, you gave them that additional knowledge. Because if you're not doing that, then majority of the selling will be all about, price point. Who is giving me a better discount? But here, when they look at their videos, when they watch all their videos, they get all the education. And then when they come to them, they are more sold. They are already sold because, hey, this is the person I learned from. They helped me understand the business. They can help me understand. And the other thing that we did for them was, this is one of the directors, Bhavish. So on his name, we also wrote a book which is available on Amazon, and the book is titled "How You Can Set Up a Mineral Water Plant and Make at least 5 lakh rupees a month in profits." Right. So now that book is available on Amazon. So what that does is that gives him authority status. So now when people who want to buy a water plant, they compare his product with a lot of other competitors. They see that this director has a book, he has a lot of videos on YouTube, and they know him, they see him, which builds more trust, because a lot of times selling is about trust. Do I trust the person, or should I go to a competitor? I don't like the person. So by doing all of this, there's that trust that is built in the marketplace about the brand. So the first thing, when they get leads, international leads, local leads who inquire about the machines, what we do is we ask them to send videos on WhatsApp. They have an entire email automation, which again, in the email we send videos about how can you set up a product, how can you set up a machine and make profits, what are the margins like, how much land does it require, what are the numbers like, what are the economics of the business, how can you market your business. So these are all helpful things for the potential customers who's looking to buy a machine and set up a business. And they get those emails, they are sent the videos on WhatsApp, and apart from that they are also couriered a book. Now that's a little bit of a cost thing, because you need to print the book, which is about 100 rupees, and then you need to courier, which could be anywhere from 50 rupees to 150 rupees. But if you think about the sales life cycle, they're selling a machine of anywhere from 3 lakh rupees to 80 lakh rupees. So I'm just investing that in marketing. But now when this lead gets the book, and what do they have? Okay, they have something that they're holding in the hand from the brand. They could see his picture, they could read stuff which none of the competitors are doing. So what this is called as hybrid marketing, where you're taking advantage of digital media. You're using WhatsApp, you're using email marketing, you're using YouTube, but you're also using offline marketing. You're using direct mail marketing, where you're sending something physical, and that book will always be in their house. Most people don't throw the books, right? Especially when it's about the business or the industry that they want to get into. Right? So that gives him a lot of advantage. Earlier, they had a conversion rate of, so for them, the major lead generation was India Mart and Trade India. They were generating about 600 leads a month from these two platforms. And the conversion was roughly 0.3 to 0.34%. That was a rough conversion from all the leads. But today, the conversion is over 2%. Which is a huge jump. Where the turnover was about roughly 10 odd crores. Today they are about at 28 crores, and this year they'll even close at a higher number. The top line would be way higher than 40 crores is what I'm assuming. Right. So these are some of the things that you want to be adding as far as digital media is concerned, and you want to incorporate a higher level of hybrid branding. So basically what you want to do is set up email automation campaigns. First thing, create videos on the topic that your consumers need to know about as far as your industry is concerned, the benefits, the opportunity, the cost thing. So in a way, educative. And number two, make a list of all the objections that you have from your customer. For example, if I come to you, I ask for your product, you give me a quotation, I go to someone else, they give me a quotation. I'm always going to compare the quotations. So, and then you have a certain number of conversions. For example, if you give the quotation to 10 customers, you probably have 5 people who convert and 5 who don't convert. So think and make a list of all the potential objections that your customers present to you. For example, pricing is one objection that's common across all the industries. The second could be features. This product has XYZ feature that one doesn't have. The third one could be, okay, you are from a certain state and I'm from a different state. So possibly, I want somebody in my state. So so that's another objection that you may face, right? So in that case, make a list of all the objections. Minimum objection list that you want is about 10 objections, right? 10 common objections that you have in your business that is killing your conversions. All the people. So eventually what you want to do with the list of objection is you want to make videos on all the individual objection. For example, if pricing is one objection that's killing your conversions majorly, so create a video talking about why your pricing is probably slightly higher or competitive to the marketplace. But then if the pricing is same, why should customers buy from you? Why should they not buy from somebody cheaper? So talk about the advantages, talk about the benefits of people buying from you as opposed to buying from your competitors. Why is your pricing this way? Talk, maybe you have a better service, right? You have great after support, which the competitors do not have. So talk about that in a video. So next time when you send the proposal, immediately you can WhatsApp those videos, because if I take your proposal, I most likely will have those objections. I'm going to go to the market and compare your quotation with other vendors. I'm going to think about, hey, maybe I need a vendor locally in my state, because if something happens, how will I get support from a different state? So you want to address all those objections, create a video on each of those objections. And as soon as you send a proposal, or a quotation, you immediately want that emails, that WhatsApp messages to go to that potential lead. Because if that objection, the more they think about it, and if they cannot justify the objection, I'll probably go with a different vendor or your competitor, right? So as soon as the quotation goes out, you want to make sure you have all these videos which are sent through email and WhatsApp. That increases your conversion, and then your salespeople only need to do a basic follow-up. Because otherwise, if you do not have these videos and you're not sending them on WhatsApp or email, then after you send the quotation, your salespeople will have to call them. Sir, what did you decide? When do you want to close? When do you want to buy the product? And then they would probably talk to your salespeople and tell them that, hey, you know what, I want to close, but I spoke to other vendor and they are giving me XYZ rate. So why don't you give me this rate? Or they may have talk about this objection with your salespeople saying that you're from a different state and I'm from a different state. So how do you manage that? And if your sales team is not well trained, they may not be able to handle the objection and close the sale, right? So it's better to have a video, because you can script the video well and do a better job, and you make it once, which will automatically handle the objection. So your sales team doesn't have to, do the major job of closing the people. Right? So that's why these videos, the automation and everything is really, really important. So I'll quickly show you guys great software that you can use for email automations. So let me share the screen. So there's this software which is called as activecampaign.com. And
can others please mute themselves?
Right. So this is a great software which is activecampaign.com, and it has email automation features. So if you see at this point, we have about 43,000 leads in here. And if I click on the automation, if you see here, we could create a complete automation.
Karan, requesting you to mute the person who's talking.
Any idea who's that person?
I don't know. Udupa?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
Some problem here.
Somebody speaking. Just mute all others.
One second.
This is Shripada Bhatt.
No, I think sorted, right? Yep. So I'll share the screen again. So if you see, this is the kind of email automation that you could build, which is once you have the emails ready and once you have the videos ready, you can simply come here, you can build a simple email automation like this one. So whenever you send a proposal to somebody, you can then, schedule the software to send out the emails. So I'll build a new automation quickly to show you how you could do it. It's very, very simple. So you click on create a new automation, start from scratch, continue. And when somebody subscribes to a list, which means that when you have a new hot lead you send a proposal to, you just want to send them an email. So you click on create a new email, and then you name the email probably objection 1. And then you just simply click on create the email. It'll take you to a template where you can actually create the email. And they have a lot of templates. You can select any email template. And this is where you write the actual email. And this is where you actually send out, hi, it was great talking to you, and here is a video that we made about why you should buy from us and what are the advantages, a little more knowledge about our after sales service. Please click here to watch our video. You could just basically write that kind of a simple email, and then you could just click on save and exit. So it's as simple as that. So now anytime you send a proposal, all you need to do is come and add their email ID here, and that's about it. It'll send them an email, and then you can program the software to wait for 1 day. And then again, after 1 day, send them a new email, right? So this is basically how you can automate your entire communication so that you don't have to manually sit and send people email every single day, right? It'll automatically keep sending people your new videos every single day. So basically this is what you want to do. You want to create at least 10 different videos, and then have at least 10 different emails, so that all the leads that you're generating through LinkedIn, or all the incoming leads that you're getting through IndiaMart, Trade India, or any other platform that you're actively generating the leads from, you add them here. They receive your emails automatically there, and in the email you do more of objection handling. And at the end of each email, you basically want to write, if you have any questions, click here to WhatsApp us, or click here and speak to us, right? As simple as that. And when your leads start getting these emails automatically every single day, which most likely none of your competitors will be doing, and at some point when they're convinced that, okay, yeah, this person has answered this objection, this objection, this objection, now maybe I want to actually buy the product, so they'll actually give you a call, right? So this is how you basically set up the entire thing. And this software is really, really awesome in terms of managing your data. If you see, we have so many different lists. Some are hot leads for different products that we have in the company. So we have so many different lists here for all the different products. Some are paid lists, some are no unpaid lists. So this is how you could manage your data really well, have digital marketing and email marketing automation set in. So this is basically as far as setting up the entire email automation is concerned. So just one sec. And apart from this, we also have some other scraping tools that you could use to get the data. And let me quickly share the scraping tools as well. And these tools are really awesome as far as lead generation is concerned. So here's one tool which is for Google Maps that you could use. So I could come here, I could enter. Now we work with a lot of international clients, so I could say I want to search for gyms in Florida, right? So, and I click on start process. So this will automatically now search Google and find all the email IDs of gyms in Florida in the United States. You see, here's a list of all the gyms, and it's actively now searching, and the process would continue. So this again is a great tool, and this is Google Map Business Scraper. So right now I'm just pausing it, but you get the point. Now here, if you see, I have the email IDs of the gym, I have their phone number, so I could do SMS marketing. Again, SMS marketing is another great way. So you basically want to have multiple touch points. So once you have their phone number, once you have their email ID, you can have automated WhatsApp marketing, automated SMS marketing, automated email marketing. So you're hitting your potential customer from multiple channels. That increases your conversion rate, because at this point, I'm assuming most of you, once you get the leads, you're only sending them, probably talking to them on the phone, sending them an email proposal or WhatsApp communication, and then the rest is on the phone call. And a lot of times when I'm talking to the competitors, if I'm convinced by their rates, I will not even answer your phone, right? I'll just ignore the phone call because I got a better discounted deal from the competitor. So when you have these, the phone number, the email ID, so at least you can communicate with your customers through these platforms. And if they're not answering your phone calls, at least they're reading this, and you might be able to convert that sale which you had almost lost because of these platforms. And there's another really, really cool tool which you should be using to send the quotations. If you're sending emails with the quotations, you basically want to track if they've opened the email, how many times have they opened the emails. And the other good thing that I want to show you with the email marketing software is this. So when I send an email out to the entire list, I could open this, and then here I could open the reports and see how many times have people opened the email, right? So if I click here, So these are all the people who have opened the email, and if you see here, Deepak has opened the email 12 times, and then Shivam 11 times, and this person 10 times. Hardik Patel has opened it 10 times, right? So here's a list of all the people who have opened the email multiple times. The same one email, they've opened it multiple times. So now, if I have 42,000 leads and I only have 7 people in my sales team, so they can't possibly call all the people, and we are actively generating at least 3,000 to 10,000 new leads a month, right? So for I need to prioritize and give them the leads which are hot leads so that my conversions can be higher. So this is another way to filter and make sure your time is utilized on the leads which are hotter. So if somebody is opening the email 12 times, it means they are a hot lead, right? If I did not connect, if I am not interested in your product, I might open the email one time and I would just go back to my work. But if I'm opening your email again 12 times in a day, it's a sign that I'm interested in your product. I'm coming thinking, I'm again coming back and thinking about your product, your brand, reading your email again. So these are the leads that you can ask your sales team to follow up with. Now if I go to the 88th page, you see these people, Ganesh has opened the email only once, so he's not a hot lead at all. So instead of wasting time to call Ganesh, I would ask my sales team to call these people who open the email multiple times so that my conversion rate is higher. So you can do very, very finite tracking. And here's another great tool, which is Lemlist, which should be used when you're trying to send out proposals. So what this will do is this will basically send out the proposal email, but when you send the proposal email, it'll again show you how many times have they opened your email, how many people actually opened your proposal. If you send your quotation in a PDF file, then this will also track who opened your PDF file, who clicked on the file, how many times did they click on the file, did they read your entire PDF, or did they read the first part, did they actually read the part where you have the money written. So it gives you an idea, okay, when you send the proposal, this person is reading it, it means they are still hot, right? For example, if somebody stops answering your phone call, you can always go back and track, are they still reading my proposal? If they've stopped reading my proposal, possibly a sign that they have gone with my competitor, and I need to follow up with SMS marketing, WhatsApp marketing. So if you have more data about the behavior of your customer, you can do more strategic marketing to improve those conversion rate. So this is again a great tool for that. Lemlist, which will basically track your entire proposal. So this is majorly used for sending out proposal. So some tool, this is a tool that I highly recommend, especially if you're trying to get more customers and improve your conversion rate. All right, so I think I've spoken about a lot of different things. At this point, I want to just take a break, check if you guys have any questions that I should answer about any tool, about setting up the automation.
Excuse
Yes.
me. What you showed is a proprietary software, is it not? It is your software, is it not?
No, it's a commonly available software. It's for anybody to sign up at.
Oh, all these are so on the social media kind of environment,
Yes,
is it?
yes. Yep.
Facebook kind of environment.
Facebook, and anybody can sign up for these.
Okay. Even the automation which you showed, no?
Yep.
I think
Even
I missed something you said.
Active Campaign and Lemlist, they're all available for all the businesses. And again, I think you're looking at it from an education perspective. So if you have somebody who's shown interest in joining one of your courses offered, then it's a great way to track what exactly are they thinking, are they going to convert, and I would use Lemlist to send them emails just to understand their behavior.
Okay, we have in a short manner, we have just started recently. Some of the hybrid marketing that you are mentioning is the kind of work that we've started. We started our YouTube channel, and then little bit on the Facebook, but then this systematic method we did not follow. So maybe we need to do something of that kind, because our university is exclusively for women, and then There are a lot of things that we are doing as a first among the printing institutions in India, but we are not known to the outside world. Second is people don't come in, students do not take printing as their choice. So given an ad where there are other branches as well specified, they choose computer science, ECE and other engineering courses there rather than even looking at the word printing technology.
Right.
So just exploring what can be done.
Right. I think one thing that could be done is creating massive awareness, because the only reason I'm attracted to something like a computers or some other field is because of the career potential. So if you could record more videos about what are the opportunities that I have once I take this up as my career, compared to and some comparison video of how this is different, how this is more beneficial in terms of career, then the students would be more inclined, because I think at this point there's not enough education on the topic about the benefit of joining this as a career option compared to the regular fields like computer or other fields.
Okay, I understand. What we have been doing is showcasing what we have done. Rather than that, we should have done it from the student point of view, right? From the potential candidate point of view. I understand where my mistake is. Thank you.
Welcome. So yeah, that's again a really, really good point. So whenever we are marketing, the number one mistake that a lot of businesses do is we talk about ourselves and we forget what's in it for our customers. Right? Because even if you have a website, the major mistake a lot of people do on their website is they talk about, we have so much experience, we have the best quality products, we have XYZ, right? So it's all about me, right? When you think about the customer, is he really interested in you or me? Not really. The customer is always interested in what's the benefit for him or her, right? So these things are important. Obviously, if you have experience, if you have better quality products, those are important things. But more than that, the first thing that you should always be highlighting in your marketing is what's the benefit for the customer. And that's why it's important to think in terms of the customer benefit paradigm, and how you can show your customers through education about what's the benefit for them if they buy your products, if they sign up for your services, if they engage with your brand, and what's the benefit for them. That's the most important thing that should be focused upon. And there's another one great tool that you could leverage to understand more about what your potential customers are searching. So there's this tool which is called as Uber Suggest, and it's a free tool basically. So once you sign up for the tool, it'll give you a list of all the potential keywords that your customers are searching for. So for example, if I come here and click on keyword ideas, so, and if I search for the word keyword screen printing and then select India, so this is a compilation of data from Google. So what exactly are your potential customers or people searching for as far as screen printing is concerned? It takes a little bit of a time for it to compile the data. And so I'll let this work in the background. And the other way around is, so if I just search for the word screen printing, if you see here, this is another way to understand what your potential customers are searching for. So these are all the search related queries that people are searching for on Google, and Google is the first place and YouTube is the second place where people go to search about your potential products and services. So here people are searching for screen printing process step by step. So now if I was in your place, now that will give me an idea that I should create a video on this topic. What is the screen printing process step by step? And if I simultaneously open YouTube and if I search here process step by step, so you see there are here, so just a few videos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other random keywords. So I can easily be at the top here if I create a video on this, because there are not a lot of video topic. And then I could come back here, screen, types of screen printing. So these are all great educational videos you can create. Now, if you do not have somebody who, like, if you're scared of, coming on the camera, no problem. You can always create those whiteboard videos. You can hire somebody to, be on the screen and do those for you. But these work screen printing machines. So you can create videos on, what are different types of screen printing machines, what does screen printing, how screen printing works. So these are all the keywords that you need to create videos on. And if you create videos on these topics and upload on YouTube, you can easily be ranking at the top. And when anybody is searching, the first if you're in the first few, you can easily, attract that person towards your brand. Because if I see your video, I'm more likely to call you because I'm more familiar with you. Right. So this is again a great way. This takes a little bit of a time to load all the keywords, but this is again a great way. Now, if I take this screen printing machine and type here, and again, if I scroll down, so you see, again, I have a list of all the keywords. So screen printing machine price in India. So again, that's a really good keyword to make a video on, because if you make a video on, screen printing machine prices in India, so just like I showed you a while back for one of our clients, Dharmanandan, if you create a video on this one, you could automatically be ranking at the top of YouTube for these keywords. And then, that's a great way to attract customers. Again, screen printing machine cost. So that's again a good keyword to rank for, screen printing machine manufacturer. So you can create a video on, the best screen printing machine manufacturer in your city, in India. You can try multiple variants of the keyword. So what I would do is pick this keyword, screen printing machine manufacturers, and I'll create multiple videos, screen printing machine manufacturers in India, in Mumbai, in Delhi, in Bangalore, in Chennai, in Coimbatore, right? So you create multiple videos and just give an introduction about your company. But what this will do is, anybody searching for a screen printing manufacturer in Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata, XYZ city, your videos will start ranking, and that will automatically start pulling customers in towards your brand. Because with these, you're not, pushing, you're not doing push marketing, but you're doing pull marketing. If I watch your video and then come to you, I'm more inclined to convert and become your customer compared to you calling me and following up with me, right? So these are again great ways. So this will give you a lot of ideas. So I would just pick all the right keywords which are applicable, and then I would create videos on these. And you could also, take one of these keywords, for example, this one, screen printing machine, and I could open Google Trends. So if you go to Google Trends, you will get an idea of what exactly is the search trend like. So if you see the search trend for this particular keyword, screen printing machine, for the past 12 months, this is in the United States. It's going up. It's really gone high during the lockdown period, especially in the month of June, July. A lot of people are searching for it, which means that the market was really booming, and this was a great time to make sales. Like one of you just at the start of the webinar said that business has actually gone up. And this is the reason why, because more and more people are searching for this particular term, right? Which means there's more demand for these machines. And it's again going up. If you see in the month of September, it's going up, which means, it's a boom time. You're potentially looking at, possibly increasing your sales. If you tap into all the right strategies, your sales could increase by 1.52 times, because this looks like it's gone up at least by 40-50% in the last 1 month. And the trend is upwards. Now you can also filter the data for India. This is for the United States, right? So if I could just change this to India, you could see the trend for India. Now, if you see for India, the trend is for the keyword machine, the trend is dramatically gone down, right? But it was booming in the last month, but for the last few days, it's gone down, and which could be a sign that, okay, there's something, the trend has gone down. And if you see, these are the regions where the interest has been high. So Tamil Nadu, Kerala, West Bengal, Delhi, Maharashtra. So these are the regions where majority of the search has been happening from. So then that, okay, if these are the regions where the majority of search is happening, so I should probably focus my sales and marketing efforts in these regions instead of trying some other state, because this is where majority of the customers are searching for the machines from, right? So my marketing could be focused on these territories compared to different. And here are related topics. Sometimes you may find good suggestions here. This is a related query, which is screen printing machine price. So if I search for this, you see the interest for this particular topic has dramatically gone up over the last 1 odd month, right? So which is a good indicator that people are actually looking at buying the machine, and a lot of people are searching for the price point, and especially Maharashtra has been a region where this search term has been really on the rise. So this textile print, these are related topics, textile printing, if these are applicable to you. So again, Google Trend is a great place, especially again if you're looking at international customer. You could come here, change the country, and see what is the trend like. And I don't know, let's just taking Australia as an example. I don't know if that's a good market for you or not. So not enough data, right? So based on this, you could see now this is a worldwide trend. Which regions should you focus on? If I know that, okay, there are a few countries which are specifically where the keyword search volume is really high, that I could possibly look at targeting that country, because that country is really looking at screen printing machines. And then I could go to LinkedIn, use Scrabbin tool, find potential customer data, use the Google keyword scrapper tool, find potential customer data, and start sending out emails and WhatsApp to people in those countries, and increase my conversion. So see, this is again a great way. So if I had to sum the entire process, so this is what I would do. I would just type it here. First thing I would do is make a list of all the objections that you're facing in your business at this point: price point, distance, region, territory, quality, whatever objections you're facing, make a list of all the objections. Make videos to handle each. Right. Second thing I would do is make videos on each objection so that I can handle each objection. And if you're getting a lot of customers from specific regions, then I would also make videos in regional languages. So let's say you're getting a lot of videos from Karnataka. So I would make videos in Kannada also, because it's easy for people to relate. If you're getting a lot of videos from North, a lot of customers from North, then I would create videos in Hindi and not just English, because it's easier and people relate better to regional languages. So multiple languages based customer. Right. So this is the next thing I would do is make videos on keywords. So like I just showed you on Google, you can come find all the keywords here, right? So I would make videos on all these keywords so that your brand is always at the top on YouTube, on Google, and people automatically search for your brand, and your videos bring you more, not just local customers, but international customers. Because if your videos are ranking at the top on YouTube, the entire world can see it. Anybody sitting in Australia, US, any other country can search for that keyword, and your video will be at the top. So basically what you need to do is, when you create the video, you want to make sure you use the keyword exactly. For example, now when you search for the keyword screen printing process step by step, you basically want to write screen printing a step-by-step guide. You just want to make sure you're including all this term exactly in your YouTube title. And that's how you rank your YouTube videos at the top, right? So basically all the keywords that you see here, like screen printing machine manufacturers. So what I would do is I would title my video the best screen printing machine manufacturers in XYZ state, right? So title videos with exact keywords. That's how you rank your videos at the top. So whatever keywords you find on Google, make sure you title your videos exactly with those search term, and that's how you rank your videos at the top. Once you have the videos, create email automations using ActiveCampaign. Once you have those videos, you can create email automation using ActiveCampaign. And in the emails, all you want to do is basically make sure you're sending one new video to your potential customers or leads every single day. Right? That's what you do. And the last step is to send the videos through WhatsApp and SMS. So the entire process can be automated. And there's one last thing that you could do, which is a little technical digital marketing. But if you do this, your brand, your conversion will be way higher than your competitor. I guarantee none of your competitors will be doing that, which is all the data that you have of your potential customers, their email ID. You can take that data and you can upload that data in Google Ads and Facebook Ads. Right? All you could do is upload that email ID in Google Ads and Facebook Ads, and then you can show them retargeting ads. So for example, if I go to ndtv.com, or let's say I want to go to republic.com because Arnab Goswami is very famous these days. But if I go to republic.com, now if you see here, right here, so grocery, or if you see this ad here, which is the ad from godaddy.com, if I hover over here, you will see this is ads by Google, right? And if you see this ad, which is become a consultant, so these are called as Google display ads. A lot of times when you go to an e-commerce store, you see that same product is following you all around, no matter what website you go to. You can do this for your brand anytime you get the customer data, upload their data in Google Ads, and then no matter what website you go to, you will start seeing your customers will start seeing your ads, and your ads could basically say buy screen printing machines, and it could have your logo, your phone number, click here, right? So what this will do is it'll give you a massive branding effect. So your customers will see your ads all around the internet. Any website that they go to, they'll start seeing your ads, and these ads are very inexpensive. These ads would basically cost you, for 1,000 view, the ads will cost you about 60 rupees, 70 rupees, not more than that. So that's really economical, and the conversion and the branding effect it gives you is crazy, right? So this is something that you could do by using Google and Facebook retargeting ad campaigns. So now, if you want to learn all the technicalities, that's a little technical. We have a portal for entrepreneurs where you can access the video. It's called tmnprime.com, and you could learn all the technicalities and stuff. It's and you could go here. We have all different courses on how to set up these Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and it's just $999 for 3 months. So it's something that we do for entrepreneurs where they can learn all these things technically. But that's basically what you want to be doing. This is the game plan that you want to use to build your conversion and improve your conversions. And even if you do a few of these things, it'll give you a big edge in your conversions and in your marketing. So I'll just take a break here. I'll open it up for questions. If you have any questions on how to do anything in specific. So basically we want to take advantage of 5 things: SMS, email, WhatsApp, Facebook, Google, and create a circular marketing system.
Please unmute yourself before speaking. Mr. Udupa?
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very useful actually. All these days we are limited ourselves for only LinkedIn.
Right.
I think we can explore some more idea.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing, the digital marketing is not growing. Many people are not using this platform. I would say 5 to 10%, especially in garment industry and printing industry, it is very less. It may be higher side when it comes to IT and other things.
Yep.
It is a good opportunity for those who can. Thank you very much. I'm quite impressed. Thank you.
Pretty cool. I think it's a right time because most of your competitors will not be using it, so you can take advantage.
For me also, with all this, I have not gone beyond LinkedIn. I used all those in the LinkedIn.
Right.
Created many customers with the LinkedIn contact and other things. But there are few others. Yes, we will try it out. Thank you.
Sure. So could you repeat the names of the platforms starting from Scrabin? Okay, so one is Scrabin
and Reply.
Scrabin, Reply, Lemlist, Active Campaign. Then you have the Google
Trend.
Google Web Scrapper. And for retargeting, you have ads.google.com and business.facebook.com. And if you want to learn all of that technically, then we have tmnprime.com, which is one of my own portals where you can learn the entire technical stuff.
What is that event?
tmnprime.com. I'll just type it out.
Can you type it out in that? Yeah. TMN Prime. Okay.
But YouTube is a big place that all of you should leverage and make videos about. And these days, even the explainer PPT type videos are very popular. You can go to a site like fiverr.com. I'll just type that out. So if you go to fiverr.com, you can get your videos made for $5. Those, where you have a voiceover and somebody's with the whiteboard explaining. So those videos could be made for $5 on fiverr.com. So if you're not inclined to shoot yourself, Fiverr is a great way to record videos. The whole idea is you want to make sure that there are videos with the right keywords from your brand, which will automatically start attracting international and customers from all around. And in your space, before doing the webinar, I checked the competition is very, very low. All the keywords are really untapped. Think of it like investing in a real estate market. When the prices are down, when you invest at the right time, and when the market becomes hot, you will be ranking for those keywords. And when other people start flocking in, because you have that time advantage, YouTube will make sure your videos stay at the top, and then you will start attracting all the traffic for those particular keywords. So this is a great time to leverage that.
Yeah.
And the last thing that you could do, which is again a great opportunity as far as digital is concerned, is starting your podcast. So any video that you record, you can cut the audio from the video. Again, you can, if you go to fiverr.com, you can ask that person to send you the audio file separately, and you could set up your podcast. Podcast is way bigger in the US on the international market than in India at this point. But in a couple of years, podcasts will become really, really big in India as well. Amazon recently announced that they are starting their own podcast platform. Google has one now, and Libsyn and Stitcher, and these are big platforms. So what you basically want to do is whatever videos you create, cut the audio and upload the audio on these podcasting platforms. So that tomorrow, in a couple of years, when the podcast is really, really popular in India, your podcast will be sitting at the top. Then people will start creating podcasts, and by that point, you'll already have your podcast ranking at the top, which will give you a massive brand advantage and bring you customers organically, especially the international customers.
Regarding the keywords for printing education, what kind of keyword should I go? Because in Google Trends, I'm not able to use the right keyword. I put education in printing, print education. It doesn't seem to show anything.
So the best would be not Google Trend would only be to identify if the keyword is a good keyword or what is the trend like for the keyword. So if I want to search for the keywords, I would go to print. So I would search for printing education, and then I would scroll down, and this is where I look for the keywords. So for example, why is 3D printing important in education? 3D printing education programs, future of, so you see, this is again a great keyword, future of 3D printing in education. So now if I would take this keyword and then I would go to Google Trends and type this keyword here.
Wouldn't that be misleading, because that is 3D printing and I'm talking about
So what exactly is your course about?
BE printing. It's an engineering course in printing technology.
Okay, BE printing. So then I could search for future of BE printing, right?
Yeah, BE, BTech.
Okay. So then I could scroll down, and this is where I could, have more relevant keywords. So future printing technology and future of printing industry and stuff like these. And if I want more accurate keywords, then I would want to use the Uber Suggest tool, because this wouldn't really give you the accurate keywords. So then I would want to go back to Uber Suggest tool. And this is the tool where you would want to sign up for a free account and then use the tool to find the right keywords.
Okay.
Or you can also use the Google Keyword Planner tool. So that's Google Keyword Planner tool is where you will find all the right keywords, because that's a tool made by Google. So I'll just type it in. So these are the two tools where you can find the right keywords. And in your case, I will also look at broader keywords like different engineering career options, and I would want to tap into those keywords. So if I something like untapped engineering career opportunity
Trends in
and create big
engineering education or
trends in
something like
engineering
that.
education. Yep.
Okay, I get it. Uh-huh.
Because since I'm not aware about this, I wouldn't really search for those terms. So then you would have to tap into more awareness kind of keywords. So anyone else, any other questions?
ಅವ್ರ ಮನೇಲೂ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಅದೇ ಐಸೋಲೇಷನ್
I think it's already 12:05, and I think they have really got very good things from you. So I think we should really close down now. And there is, because there's no end to this, and you have really been giving them such a fantabulous insights into all those things and all the tools also, where they can really get working on them, you know. And as they will get into it, they will grow, and then they can really come back, and you know, we can explore still more.
Absolutely.
So I would like to thank you, Karan, for such a fantabulous
thank you so much.
Wednesday morning. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank the guests also for coming here and participating in this. Thank you from everyone. So I think we should close now.
Thank you, sir.
So, bye.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice day.
Is it okay
Thank
to
you,
get
sir.
the contact of Mr. Karan? Would you, if you wish, can you share your contact?
Sure. I'll. I've said my number.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. See you. Yes. Yes, Karan, you can.
Yep.